Project Hospital is a hospital simulation game. I have gotten this key for free from the developers for review purposes. The game has a campaign and a sandbox mode, but I have mostly just fiddled inside the sandbox mode. The I've gotten this key for free for the review purposes has been brought to you by the new YouTube rules, where I absolutely have to state this whenever I get a free key for review purposes. Regardless, this review ain't very good, so that free key does not actually buy positive points. To good! I love how in-depth Project Hospital is. There's a lot of options in the options menu. There's a lot of different diseases that your patients can have, and a lot of tests that they can take. Instructing what test your patient should take, or guessing the diagnosis itself, is fun. The bad. The building felt clunky. There's nothing wrong with placing foundation on walls, however, to place wall paint, you need to rotate around to make sure that you hit every single wall, as when you're building a wall with paint, it only paints a single side of the wall rather than both sides. This gets awkward real fast when you're building inside rooms. I feel like wall building tool and a painting tool should be separate, and that there should be shortcuts to painting the full room. No way to tell a patient that your hospital does not offer specific services. At first, I did not build the clinic, like my game wanted me to, but decided to build 4 different specialist departments and roleplay a sort of private healthcare facility. You see, if I wanted to see a cardiologist specialist, I could instead attend a clinic in real life that houses just cardiology, not general practice or anything else. No way to do this in game, so I conceded pretty fast and took out huge loans to build a much bigger hospital than I wanted to. Skip to daytime doesn't actually skip to daytime, instead the game just runs on speed 3 throughout the night. I only had the night shift on the general ward in my hospital, and honestly I did not care how they did. However, every time when I would click skip to daytime, I would need to wait good 3 minutes for the game to do this. Furthermore, at night, the game would stop skipping to inform me that doctors got a hangover the next day or something, meaning I would then need to press skip to daytime button again. Every separate facility needs its own janitor's closet and its own waiting room. Furthermore, if you later try to add extra facilities of the same type, you will need to include their own waiting rooms on their own floors, or else your patients won't use the facilities. In a lot of hospitals that I went to, there was one massive waiting room and many facilities that you could access from there. Your name will be displayed on the info screen when you're called, telling you which room to go to, or a nurse will walk out, call you, and lead you to your room. Sometimes said room would be on a different floor, or you could even take the elevator. If the maps were huge for the amount of facilities that you have to have, this would be a lot less of a problem, but they're not. So when I run out of space for placing extra general practitioners, for example, I need to at the very least also squeeze in a waiting room on the floor that I squeezed them in. This will also divide the pool of people waiting for a GP appointment. So for example, if they're waiting on the 4th floor on one big waiting room and there are 5 GPs working there, they will go to whichever is free. But if they're waiting on the 2nd floor, they will only go to the GP on the 2nd floor, meaning that when my hospital's closing time arrives, they may still not be seen. Overall, at best I would give Project Hospital a 6. I would say really it's about a 5 out of 10 game that requires a lot of fiddling, as you must play precisely by the game's rules, and I didn't like that. That being said, it has unique patient information system, lets you be involved in patient care hands-on, so as far as hospital simulators go, it's rather unique. Project Hospital has its good points, but if Steam let me post a mixed review rather than the thumbs up or down, that's what I would go for.